Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of August 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm going to use my Trippin Waite tarot deck. This is a channel favorite. I'll clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Taurus, with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. I hope you're having a good summer. I hope that you are doing well, Taurus. It's interesting because Taurus, I'm picking up that something is coming, but you're not ready for it. All right, let's get into it. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? That could be it right there. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of August 2021. All right, Taurus, so you have something coming, okay? You have an offer coming, and there's definitely a financial, a money connection related to this offer. I see it here. The thing is like something else didn't show up, and so it kind of discouraged you, and so you weren't expecting this offer, and so it kind of threw you off. Now, this is a money reading, of course, so there is a financial connection. This is affecting your financial landscape, so to speak, and so let's unpack this. Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles means there was something you were expecting, something you were hoping that was going to happen. Could be a job offer, could be a loan, could be a business launch, something you were waiting for, something you were going to have that was supposed to happen. It didn't happen. You got really discouraged about that, but look, something else shows up. So you got the Lover's card. Lover's card is all about divine union, divine timing, connection, soulmate customers, soulmate clients, passion project. Now, the Lover's card, the other thing about the Lover's card, it's really also about the spiritual and the divine connection. Not only with self, but with someone else or something else, right? So it could be your work, could be your partner, it could be your spiritual practice, whatever that may be. So I do feel like there's going to be some shifting that happens with you internally as you kind of process that something didn't necessarily come through when it was supposed to. Now, the good thing is you do have another offer on the way. This Page of Cups means somebody or something shows up with an offer in a very big way, and it's very exciting. And the other thing is it's very positive, and it's going to impact your finances in a very good way. You also got the Moon card in the reverse, which means that something that you did not know finally becomes clear. It could be a revelation. It could be additional information that you didn't know. It could also be revealing of a secret. The Moon means that whatever was once hidden is now being exposed. And it doesn't necessarily mean something bad, and it doesn't always mean something good, but it's definitely going to be information that is going to be useful to you in some way, and it's going to impact your finances in some way, all right? Next, we have the Strength card. Now, the Strength card in the reverse, I don't like seeing this because sometimes when I see this card in the reverse, it tells me that you're kind of doing too much, right? It's not tapping into that quiet strength that we all have to some degree, but it's almost like overcompensating for something in some way. And it could be finances, but it also, I'm getting the sense that this is more like an inner thing, you know, where you feel like you have to work longer hours to prove to the boss that you deserve more money. It's one of those things, and I don't like that energy. But at the same time, I've been there and I know what it's about. And I think we all do it, when we're first kind of figuring out what we want, where we want to go, and how we want to do things. But be very careful with this, Taurus, because you don't need to do this. You already are good enough, worthy, deserving, talented, exceptional, all those things. So you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to overcompensate in any way. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Now, this is that tight hold of money energy. And I'm not surprised, because if you were disappointed about something not coming through, well, of course, you're going to be a little bit overly cautious with the money at this point. Who wouldn't? Right? So I don't think you're doing anything off balance. I don't think it's anything you need to worry about. But I do see that, things are going to really kind of shift in a much more positive way. Once you kind of see what the information is, and once you make the decision that, yes, I'm already enough, I'm already good enough, I'm already fantastic enough and amazing and brilliant enough. And then you can probably have a little bit more clarity as far as what your next step is going to be as it relates to your money, your work, your business, your investments, all those things. All right, so let's see what else shows up for my lovely Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances. Prosperity and abundance for the month of August 2021. All right, so we are on the verge of a thunderstorm. I apologize if you hear if you hear that thunder in the background. I think we have a flash flood warning here. Okay. So, Taurus, as we move into the second week of August, number one, you're going to be very busy with work, or you're going to be very busy with your business. You're going to be very busy with something that's bringing in money, okay? That's very exciting. Next, we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords means you're not quite making the breakthroughs that you thought you would, although things are still good. Things are moving in the right direction. There's some things that just still aren't kind of flowing the way you want them to, okay? So, it doesn't mean you did anything wrong, but sometimes things have to be tweaked, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're starting a business. Things don't always just kind of take off and just kind of blow up very smoothly. There's always going to be tweaking. There's always going to be adjustments that need to be made, and that's what I'm seeing here. Now, we also have the Hangman. Now, the Hangman is very stuck, stagnant energy. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean, again, that you're doing anything wrong, but at the same time, we have to figure out, we're either moving forward or we're moving backwards. Which side of the coin are you going to be on? If you do want to move forward, then make the decision to do so and follow it up with action. That is going to be something that kind of changes things for you and really moves you into that energetic money flow that we're all trying to tap into. Right? So you're going to have to do something, because stuck energy, it could be very, very draining, right? And sometimes it can be very self-sabotaging as well. Sometimes you can get in your own way. You can create obstacles where there are none, just because you're not doing anything, because you're just staying still. Now, it doesn't mean that whatever step you take has to be massive and has to be huge, but it has to be something incremental that takes you to where you want to go, okay? So make sure that you are figuring out what your next move is going to be, and kind of structure a plan that's going to get you there, even if it's in baby steps. Now, this is very beautiful here. Six of Cups means something or someone from your past is showing up to reconnect with you in a very pleasant, fun, and happy way. This could be an old colleague, it could be an ex, it could be someone you went to school with. maybe a childhood friend, whatever the case may be. There's definitely going to be a positive reconnection here. And there's also going to be a money benefit to reconnecting with this friend. Maybe they refer some clients your way. Maybe they buy something off of you that you've been trying to sell for a long time. Maybe you purchase something from them that will help your business or help your finances grow. Who knows? But there's definitely going to be a fun, playful, and financially beneficial aspect to reconnecting with this person. Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is you working solo, Taurus, okay? You may have an opportunity to work with other people, but it looks like you're going to do your best work by yourself. All right, so if you have the opportunity to control that, depending on what type of work you do or what type of business you're in, try and kind of work independently, because you know exactly what you're trying to do. You know the results you're trying to create, and you don't need distractions or influence from other people. I know you can't control this all the time, but like I said, if you do have the opportunity to work independently, make sure you do so, because that's going to give you the best turnout. All right, Taurus, let's see what else shows up for you. Ooh. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, wow, and abundance. For the month of August 2021. You know what? Let's just go ahead and pull the rest of these cards here. All right. So now we're in the second half of August, and I can see lots of progress being made here. However, there's going to be probably a disappointment. There's probably going to be a lack of something that really causes things to kind of fall apart on some level. The thing is like you recover beautifully, Taurus, so it's not anything you have to worry about, and it's not anything catastrophic either. But let's start here with the Ten of Cups, Page of Cups. This is good news coming your way. Remember, we saw the Page of Cups here. Looks like there's still more coming as it relates to this, because these two cards are in alignment here. Ten of Cups is the ultimate happiness, joy, contentment card. The Ten of Cups in the reverse means that it's still a happy, joyful time, only to a lesser degree, right? So next we have the Two of Swords. This is a decision you have to make, and I have a feeling you're procrastinating on a decision, Taurus. This Two of Swords in the reverse means there's a decision that you need to make, and for some reason you're avoiding it. And again, there's a money tied to this decision, so please don't, procrastinate unnecessarily. Make the decision so that way you can move forward. Queen of Wands, I like seeing her. She's a very stable, grounded energy. The thing about the Queen of Wands is that, things really start to fall into place when we see her, right? Things could have been all whatever. But the Queen of Wands energy is a very grounding energy. She's a very settled energy. And when things really start to get kind of, like I said, loosey-goosey, you see her show up on the scene and things really do calm down. So I do think that things will calm down for you and will smooth out once we hit the second half of the month. But here's where things kind of get a little squirrely. Interesting. She's like the calm before the storm, but we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Tower card. Now this is something that has to kind of dismantle, something that has to deconstruct in order for us to kind of rebuild or maybe shift into a new direction. The thing about the Ten of Swords is this is a card of being disappointed, and then the Tower card is really a breaking down of something. Now, this is not anything to be afraid of. I think that this is something that is more cyclical for you, Taurus, because of, the timing and astrologically speaking. I do feel like this is something that kind of has to be cleared out, is what I'm picking up on. You know how sometimes we really need things to break apart so we can move them out slowly or move things out in pieces. Now, the other thing about the Tower card is it really is a time of kind of re-examining what we're doing. Like, do we really need to keep doing the things we're doing? Are they benefiting us financially, both now and in the future? I can probably guess to say that you would probably say no. It could be a job, it could be, I'm getting the sense that there is something related to your children on this. Like, are you supporting your kids, adult children, and maybe it's time for you to kind of cut that off, and it's going to be a sticky situation, but it's one of those things that has to be done. Whatever the case may be, this is a necessary transition, okay? And it's not anything to fear, but it is something to see as a clearing out of the old so we can make room for the new. Next, we have the Four of Cups, which means that there's definitely going to be some offers, more offers coming your way. Not all of them will be exciting, but there is going to be some potential there. Now, as this relates to your money, there's going to be a lot of directions you can go. Like, you can start your own business, you can get a new job, you can start investing in something new and something exciting for you. Now, the thing is everyone's circumstances is going to be different, so you're going to have to see how it all comes together for you. But don't dismiss anything that shows up as irrelevant. I really want to advise you to take the time to research any opportunity and offer that comes your way, because you never know what gems could be hidden inside. Five of Pentacles, I like seeing that in the reverse. That's letting go of self-limiting beliefs. That's also breaking free from a lack mentality, a lack mindset. It's abundant thinking. It is thinking in a much more wealthy way. It's also shifting your wealth consciousness and expanding your wealth container. And I'm speaking this allegorically. I'm speaking this, not necessarily physical, but, expanding your own capacity to receive and to experience wealth, okay? And that's going to be different for all of us. Next, we got the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is putting future planning on hold, right? And I'm not surprised, considering what you've got going on here, Taurus. Looks like you may kind of put a pause on planning for the future, just until you figure some things out in the here and now. Once you figure out what you're doing in the present moment, then you will feel much more confident financially to make decisions that affect your future, your children's future, your business's future, whatever. Next, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, this is the card of, I want to say, holding yourself back. Now, Taurus, like I said, I really feel like you're kind of going through some expansion here. And sometimes you can be your own worst enemy when you think that you can't do something, but really you can. It's just the belief that has to change, especially as it relates to money. So I want to tell you to please accept the fact that you can do and you can have whatever you want. Now, there's going to be a process, there's going to be some trial and error, and there's going to be some challenges along the way, but it doesn't mean you can't do anything, okay? You can have the wealth and the money that you desire. You can have the successful business, the extravagant lifestyle, the luxuries, whatever it is, you can have it, okay? You have to work through, you got to do that inner work to reprogram yourself for work or for wealth, and we've already kind of touched on that. Finally, we have the Hierophant here. Now, the Hierophant, I really like seeing him as the final card, because this is the card of consciousness. And I know some people think this is a religious card, and in some readings it can be. But I'm picking up that this is a consciousness card. This is an awareness card. This is a card of learning and understanding what you can do just with your mind in order to change your external reality as it relates to money. The other thing about this card is that it's also a card about sometimes going against the grain, right? It's like we've kind of been set doing things a certain way, but we get to a point in our lives where we really have to step out in faith and do our own thing our own way to create our own path. And I feel like Taurus, that is exactly what you're going to do, and that's exactly what you will feel in alignment with by the time we close out the month of August. So understand, Taurus, that August is going to be a month of growth for you. You are going to have some fantastic things coming your way, but the month is really going to be about growing and about learning and about unlearning some things that could have been holding you back. So I guess the best way I can say is to kind of, be open and be receptive to what shows up, and then understand that there's going to be some lessons specifically for you that will be the ultimate, probably, game changer in your financial life. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. Ooh, turquoise. That's one of my favorite stones. Oh, see? I knew it. All right, you got the turquoise card. And look, it talks about the spiritual path. Exactly what we were talking about with the Hierophant. Spiritual enlightenment and elevating of consciousness. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, yes, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. If this doesn't reflect the reading, I don't know what does. There's definitely, like I said, going to be some life changes as well as financial changes happening for you in the month of August, Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.